The way it's finished?
Yeah, pretty gutted, but there's a lot of positives coming out of that game. We played really well. We created chances. I was very pleased with the way we played, especially up to about 60, 70 minutes until obviously we scored, and they were always going to come at you a little bit towards the end there. Redders made some fantastic saves as well, which kept us in the game. Yeah, but overall, very, very happy with the performance. I think disappointed with the result.
You sort of did, Patrick has always said they did their homework, and you kind of controlled the midfield, particularly in that first half, and Bratton was pulling the strings. I mean, was that a change of emphasis for you when you've taken on this opposition?
Well, we did our homework as well, you know.
That's what you said.
Yeah, we knew what they wanted to try and do, and we needed to play quickly, to get bodies around the ball, to stop their press. They're very good with their pressing, and you know, I think we dominated with the ball for long periods of that game, and we caused them a lot of problems. There was some good attacking football as well. Bratsy was outstanding, as well as Retre in the midfield. They did a great job in there, dominating the midfield, and yeah, just like you said, a bit gutted that you know, we didn't get the 3 points.
What was the turnaround? Because 4 or 5 weeks ago, was it, when you saw you in Melbourne, and they kind of dominated most of that game, and you got 2 late goals to make the scoreline respectable, but you were clearly second best that night. What's been the turnaround that's changed it?
That was a one-off bad performance from our boys, and that was only 45 minutes. I think after that, you know, they were good in the second half. So we were off a short turnaround as well. They had 2 weeks off leading into that game, so you know, there was only going to be one fresh team going into it. But in saying that, we've played 3 games in 6 days as well. So the boys have been outstanding physically, obviously, and mentally, but and to put a performance on like that after 2 days, it's very good.
What does it do psychologically for them now? I mean, you say I'm pretty gutty as a manager. Do they sort of look at it? Yeah, obviously they'll see it as 2 points drop, but will they take a lot of positives themselves, even though they've conceded in that?
Of course, you know, they scored from a penalty right towards the end. There's a lot of, like I said, a lot of positives. Yeah, we dropped 2 points, but we outplayed them for most of that game. So that's a mental factor for our boys, knowing that they can do it. They are a quality side. We have a lot of quality players in there. And, you know, we were unlucky not to see out the game.
Okay.
Adrian?
Yeah, you mentioned the fact it was the third game in 6 days there. Do you think fatigue at all played a part in the final third of the game?
Maybe a little bit towards the end, but they were always going to come at us after we scored, so we expected that. You know, we did really well for long periods of that game defensively, especially in the wide areas. We know they're attacking 3 or 4 up front with the 10 is very strong, and I think we dealt with them for long periods of that game. Obviously they made a couple of subs and brought on a couple of young boys, which obviously Marco Tilio led to the penalty, but yeah, you know, we dealt with their attacking force, which is very strong, like I said, really well.
You probably know a bit about Tilio from his time with Sydney there. Are you impressed with the kind of progress he's making in those cameos that he's playing for victory? Yeah,
well, he's getting on every now and then. He came on last week against Wellington, I think it was, and scored, so obviously it's good for him. And obviously made the penalty tonight, but yeah, you know, we're more focused on what our boys are doing.
And obviously good to see Frank Leichhardt back after a long absence.
What was the question? But just about Trent?
Yeah, that's right. Obviously good to see him back after such a long absence there.
Yes.
Obviously he gives you another option up front.
Yeah, he does. Obviously he's got a lot of pace. You know, that was his first game tonight for quite a while. So obviously he's not really match fit at the moment, but you know, obviously he needs minutes. He's been out for quite a while, and we need to be back firing on all cylinders and scoring goals for us. He had an opportunity towards the end on his left foot, which he skied a little bit, but yeah, we're happy to have him back.
Luke Brackey's been a good player in this competition for a long, long time, but you think he's playing as well as he ever has at the moment?
Well, tonight he was really, really outstanding. He dominated the midfield. He was great with the ball, obviously defensively as well, doing the hard work, winning challenges, winning second balls. So yeah, he's enjoying his football. He's playing really well. We're pleased to have him, of course, and he's our playmaker from the back. Really, he's fantastic. He's got a great passing range, obviously short and long, and you know, obviously he's a great guy working hard for the team, which is the most important thing as well.
How important now is it to have a little bit of a break? It's been a pretty intense week for you guys, I imagine.
Yes, it has. Would have been nice to obviously pick up 3 wins in a row in 6 days, but yeah, we have 8 days now before our next game. I think it's Adelaide next week. Again at home, so it's yeah, something to look forward to. They're a good football team as well. Got a lot of young boys and a lot of pace. So we had a great game against them last time in Adelaide. It was a good game, and I'm sure the same next week.
And last one for me, just checking, did everybody pull up fine from tonight's game as far as you know?
Yep, at the moment, yeah, I think everyone's okay. So you know, we have time now to recover. We got 8 days between games now, so. They'll get a little bit of time off, which they haven't had this week with the short turnarounds. We haven't done much training this week because of the short turnarounds either. There's more tactical work has been done by video, but this week they'll get a day off.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Just Adam, anything quickly?
Yeah, just a question on the penalty at the end. You know, we don't really ever see Alex Wilkinson giving away fouls. The late penalties. Are you satisfied that it was a penalty?
Listen, it looked like a penalty. I don't know whether he got the ball or not, but yeah, I'm sure they got the right decision there. Normally he would stay on his feet there, Wilkes, and I was a bit surprised when he went to ground, but he's an experienced player, and yeah, obviously he led to the penalty, but he's been so good for us defensively. Even in this game tonight, he was outstanding. So you know, there's no problems there.
And also just on the bow, he's looked really, really good recently today. You brought him off a bit early.
Who was that? Sorry.
Cooper Bow.
Baba, yeah.
You took him off, I think, around the 50th minute mark. What did you think of his performance today?
No, he didn't come off in the 50th today. He came off around 70, I think, 75 maybe. I thought he was good again today. He's getting better, Bobo, all the time. He's getting fitter. He's obviously holding the ball up well for us. But we wanted a little bit of fresh legs on towards the end of the game to maybe press a little bit more, and obviously. You know, it didn't pan out that way and didn't work out that way, but yeah, he's been really, really good for us, Bobo.
And just on Redmayne, he put off some really, really good saves tonight, and he has been criticised recently. It looks like he's back to his best form.
He is, yeah. Yeah, definitely. I think you know, we've kept 2 clean sheets in the last 2 games, and obviously this one right at the end of the game's penalty. So he's made some very good saves tonight, but also in the last couple of games as well. We're defending really well as a team, and he's a big part of that. Yeah, he's definitely over his couple of mistakes he's made. He's fully focused, and obviously he's got that attitude to, you know, even if something does go wrong, that he gets on with it, and tonight he was outstanding.
Okay. Just talking of players coming back to form there, I know Costa's performances were queried earlier in the season, but he was always working hard even without scoring goals.
Yep.
But how much of a difference has it been made to his play, do you think, to have Bobo up there in terms of offering something different? Yeah,
I think it definitely helps. You know, Bobo's brings a little bit of different style of football that we can play as well. He holds the ball up, he gets in the box, we can knock balls into the air for him, and I think that's creating chances for Costa as well. It's freeing him up a little bit. It's taken probably a little bit of pressure off as well, and you know, he was always playing well. I was happy with his performances. He was probably lacking a few goals. He's been creating a lot of chances for us, but obviously the last 3 games he's obviously on a roll, and he's scored in each game, and he's a vital part of our team and doing really well. I'm very pleased for him.